I am self-concerned, but the self is all. In practice, it takes the shape of goodwill, unfailing and universal. You may call it love, all-pervading, all-redeeming. Such love is supremely active, without the sense of doing. What is love? When the sense of distinction and separation is absent, you may call it love. Why so much stress on love between man and woman? Because the element of happiness in it is so prominent. Is it not so in all love? Not necessarily. Love may cause pain. You then call it compassion. What is happiness? Harmony between the inner and the outer is happiness. On the other hand, self-identification with the outer causes is suffering. How does self-identification happen? The self, by its nature, knows itself only. For lack of experience, whatever it perceives it takes to be itself. Battered, it learns to look out and to live alone. When right behavior becomes normal, a powerful inner urge makes it seek its source. The candle of the body is lighted, and all becomes clear and bright. What is the real cause of suffering? Self-identification with the limited. Sensations as such, however strong, do not cause suffering. It is the mind, bewildered by wrong ideas, addicted to thinking, I am this, I am that fears loss and craves gain and suffers when frustrated. Noble friendship, satsang, is the supreme remedy for all ills, physical and mental. Seek within. Your own self is your best friend. Why is life so full of contradictions? It serves to break down mental pride. We must realize how poor and powerless we are. As long as we delude ourselves by what we imagine ourselves to be, to know, to have, to do, we are in a sad plight indeed. Only in complete self-negation is there a chance to discover our real being. You must be serious, intent, truly interested to examine yourself. You must be full of goodwill for yourself. I am selfish, all right. You are not. You are all the time destroying yourself and your own by serving strange gods, inimical and false. By all means, be selfish, the right way. Wish yourself well. Labor at what is good for you. Destroy all that stands between you and happiness. Be all. Love all. Be happy. Make happy. No happiness is greater. Why is there so much suffering in love? All suffering is born of desire. True love is never frustrated. How can the sense of unity be frustrated? What can be frustrated is the desire for expression. Such desire is of the mind. As with all things mental, frustration is inevitable. What is the place of sex in love? Love is a state of being. Sex is energy. Love is wise. Sex is blind. Once the true nature of love and sex is understood, there will be no conflict or confusion. There is so much sex without love. Without love, all is evil. Life itself without love is evil. Who can make me love? You are love itself, when you are not afraid. He who could not complete his yoga for some reason is called failed in yoga. Such failure is only temporary, for there can be no defeat in yoga. This battle is always won, for it is a battle between the true and the false. The false has no chance. There is no question of failure, neither in the short run nor in the long. It is like traveling a long and arduous road in an unknown country. Of all the innumerable steps, there is only the last which brings you to your destination. Yet, you will not consider all previous steps as failures. Each brought you nearer to your goal, even when you had to turn back to bypass an obstacle. In reality, each step brings you to your goal, because to be always on the move, learning, discovering, unfolding, is your eternal destiny. Living is life's only purpose. The self does not identify itself with success or failure. The very idea of becoming this or that is unthinkable. The self understands that success and failure are relative and related, that they are the very warp and weft of life. Learn from both and go beyond. If you have not learnt, repeat. What am I to learn? To live without self-concern. For this, you must know your own true being as indomitable, fearless, ever victorious. Once you know with absolute certainty that nothing can trouble you but your own imagination, you come to disregard your desires and fears, concepts and ideas, and live by truth alone. Nobody ever fails in yoga. It is all a matter of the rate of progress. It is slow in the beginning and rapid in the end. When one is fully matured, realization is explosive. It takes place spontaneously or at the slightest hint. The quick is not better than the slow. Slow ripening and rapid flowering alternate. Both are natural and right. Yet, all this is so in the mind only. As I see it, there is really nothing of the kind. In the great mirror of consciousness, images arise and disappear, and only memory gives them continuity. And memory is material, destructible, perishable, transient. On such flimsy foundations, we build a sense of personal existence. Vague, intermittent, dreamlike, this vague persuasion, I am so-and-so, obscures the changeless state of pure awareness and makes us believe that we are born to suffer and to die. There is progress all the time. Everything contributes to progress. In reality, nothing ever happened. The sun is always there. There is no night to it. Even effort is a part of the process. When ignorance becomes obstinate and hard, and the character gets perverted, effort and the pain of it become inevitable. In complete obedience to nature, there is no effort. The seed of spiritual life grows in silence and in darkness until its appointed hour. Consciousness and unconsciousness, while in the body, depend on the condition of the brain. But the self is beyond both, beyond the brain, beyond the mind. The fault of the instrument is no reflection on its user. Why should a liberated man necessarily follow conventions? The moment he becomes predictable, he cannot be free. His freedom lies in his being free to fulfill the need of the moment, to obey the necessity of the situation, freedom to do what one must. What is right is real freedom. He who knows himself has no doubts about it, nor does he care whether others recognize his state or not. Rare is the realized man who discloses his realization, and fortunate are those who have met him, for he does it for their abiding welfare. People's destiny is what happens. There is no thwarting of destiny. Do you mean to say everybody's life is totally determined at his birth? What a strange idea! Were it so, the power that determines would see to it that nobody should suffer. What about cause and effect? Each moment contains the whole of the past and creates the whole of the future. But past and future exist in the mind only. Time is in the mind. Space is in the mind. The law of cause and effect is also a way of thinking. In reality, all is here and now, and all is one. Multiplicity and diversity are in the mind only. I flow with life, faithfully and irresistibly. I can help. You too can help. Everybody can help. But the suffering is all the time recreated. Man alone can destroy in himself the roots of pain. Others can only help with the pain, but not with its cause, which is the abysmal stupidity of mankind. Will this stupidity ever come to an end? In man, of course, any moment. In humanity, as we know it, after very many years. In creation, never, for creation itself is rooted in ignorance. Matter itself is ignorance. Not to know, and not to know that one does not know, is the cause of endless suffering. We are told of the great avatars, the saviors of the world. Did they save? They have come and gone, and the world plods on. Of course, they did a lot and opened new dimensions in the human mind. But to talk of saving the world is an exaggeration. Is there no salvation for the world? Which world do you want to save? The world of your own projection? Save it yourself. My world? Show me my world, and I shall deal with it. I am not aware of any world separate from myself, which I am free to save or not to save. What business have you with saving the world, when all the world needs is to be saved from you? Get out of the picture and see whether there is anything left to save. Must people suffer? As long as they are as they are, there is no escape from suffering. Remove the sense of separateness, and there will be no conflict. The dreams are not equal, but the dreamer is one. I am the insect. I am the poet in dream. But in reality, I am neither. I am beyond all dreams. I am the light in which all dreams appear and disappear. I am both inside and outside the dream. Just as a man suffering a headache knows the ache and also knows that he is not the ache, so do I know the dream, myself dreaming and myself not dreaming, all at the same time. I am what I am before, during, and after the dream. But what I see and dream, I am not. What is the way out of the dream? There is no need of a way out. Don't you see that a way out is also part of the dream? All you have to do is to see the dream as a dream. If I start the practice of dismissing everything as a dream, where will it lead me? Wherever it leads you, it will be a dream. The very idea of going beyond the dream is illusory. Why go anywhere? Just realize that you are dreaming a dream you call the world, and stop looking for ways out. The dream is not your problem. Your problem is that you like one part of the dream and not another. Love all of it or none of it, and stop complaining. When you have seen the dream as a dream, you have done all that needs be done. Is dreaming caused by thinking? Everything is a play of ideas. In the state free from ideation, nothing is perceived. The root idea is I am. It shatters the state of pure consciousness and is followed by the innumerable sensations and perceptions, feeling and ideas, which in their totality constitute God and His world. The I am remains as the witness, but it is by the will of God that everything happens. Theories are neither right nor wrong. They are attempts at explaining the inexplicable. It is not the theory that matters, but the way it is being tested. It is the testing of the theory that makes it fruitful. Experiment with any theory you like. If you are truly earnest and honest, the attainment of reality will be yours. It is the earnestness that liberates, and not the theory. Your sincerity will guide you. Devotion to the goal of freedom and perfection will make you abandon all theories and systems and live by wisdom, intelligence, and active love. Theories may be good as starting points, but must be abandoned. The sooner, the better. Whatever name you give it, will, or steady purpose, or one-pointedness of the mind, you come back to earnestness, sincerity, honesty. When you are in dead earnest, you bend every incident, every second of your life to your purpose. You do not waste time and energy on other things. You are totally dedicated. Call it will, or love, or plain honesty. We are complex beings, at war within and without. We contradict ourselves all the time, undoing today the work of yesterday. No wonder we are stuck. A little bit of integrity would make a lot of difference. What is more powerful, desire or destiny? Desire shapes destiny. You are free now. What is it that you want to desire? Desire it. You can start only from where you are. You are here and now. You cannot get out of here and now. What can I do here and now? You can be aware of your being here and now. That is all. That is all. There is nothing more to it. All my waking and dreaming, I am conscious of myself. It does not help me much. You were aware of thinking, feeling, doing. You are not aware of your being. What is the new factor you want me to bring in? The attitude of pure witnessing, of watching the events without taking part in them. There is no chaos in the world, except the chaos which your mind creates. It is self-created in the sense that at its very center is the false idea of oneself as a thing different and separate from other things. In reality, you are not a thing, nor separate. You are the infinite potentiality, the inexhaustible possibility. Because you are, all can be. The universe is but a partial manifestation of your limitless capacity to become.